Hey, hello and welcome once again to my YouTube channel. This is Reflex Image. If this is your first time visiting, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and also turn on the notification icon. If you have any question, you can contact me whereby I will get back to you as soon as possible. It's been a while since I actually dropped any video, even on manipulation, uh, color grading, so on and so forth. So I'll be working on actually upgrading myself and I'll be showing you some new things I actually create. So in this video I will show you how to do this manipulation to turn your picture from this into the result displaying on your screen right now. So before I actually jump into that, let me show you the gadget I actually use. So I actually use my Canon 6D. It's a full frame camera, Canon EOS 6D, not Mark 1 or Mark 2, just EOS 6D alone. With my 50mm prime lens, Canon prime lens, my ISO at 200, my shutter speed at 1/160, while my aperture at f/5. So with no further ado, let's jump into action. The first thing I would like to do right now is to do some basic adjustments on my camera raw. The reason why the picture brought us straight to camera raw is because we actually shot the picture on raw, so it gives us higher chance of actually editing the picture, and I'll be showing you how I do just that right now. So the first thing I'll be doing on my camera raw is to make sure I work on my basic settings. In case you are not using the same version as I am, you should also have your basic, but the configuration button might be different. So under that, the first thing I'll be messing with is my temperature. Under the temperature, my picture is a little bit too yellowish. So under the temperature, I'm going to drag this from here, drag it down to my blue a little bit until it actually kills the yellow for me a little bit till I'm satisfied. Then I'll leave it like that. And my picture is a little bit dark, so I'm going to increase the exposure a little bit till I see fit. Once I like what I see, then the highlight, I'll bring the highlight down a little bit and also bring down the white a little bit. So just few single clicks right now. Now let's check out our before. Here is our before and here is our after. So we actually just make a little bit of adjustment there right now. So after doing that, the next thing we'll be doing is for we to actually go to our HSL adjustment setting. Under our HSL adjustment, the orange, we're actually going to bring up the orange a little bit so as to add a little bit of brightness to the skin again. So once we're done with just all these basic settings, the next thing we just do is to open our picture in Photoshop and wait for it to load up, and boom, here is the picture we'll be working on. The raw materials will be dropped for you guys to actually practice with and send to me for corrections, and also all the files will be given to you guys. So if you're interested in learning how I do all my manipulation from A to Z, probably you're a beginner in the manipulation industry and you want to become a good manipulator in no time, I actually dropped a video course this past month which entails everything how I become a good manipulator, where to get all my files from, and also how to get them free of charge without having to pay a dime for it. So it's available for sale on my store. You can actually go there and actually buy them. So the next thing we're doing right now is for we to crop our picture. So the size I do use mostly is my 4x5 pixel, and I do explain why I do that, and I'll be explaining again. The reason why I use my 4x5 pixel is that I actually upload my picture mostly on Instagram, and I don't like it when Instagram resize my picture for me. So I love the size, my default size, to be set straight from my Photoshop. So I'll just click on my crop tool. Once I click on it, I'll make sure it's on 4x5 into bracket 8x10 pixel. So I'm going to adjust. I'll adjust it till I see fit. I just wanted it to be wider space in my picture. Once I'm done, I'll click on my OK. I'll click on OK, but it's a little bit slants to this side, so I'll just twist from here, as you can see. Once I'm done, I'll click on my OK. Don't forget, I'm actually using my kit backdrop right now. It's sent to me by Create to actually test out their product for them. So if you're interested in actually making purchase for them, there's a link down in my description. You can actually go and buy yours there. So we can use the keyword reflex25 to actually get 25% discount on whatever product you buy from their store. So now let's jump back to business. So we want to fill this area up now with this kit backdrop right now. I want to make it look real as possible. Unlike before, we are going to use rectangle marquee tool, then we are going to drag by clicking on Ctrl T, then holding down Shift key. It's not going to work like that this way. but we're still going to use the same techniques though. So now let's go to our rectangle marquee tool. Once you click on it, make sure it's an addition, so select over the area you want to fill up. I want to fill it to this place. Select the other area also, then select the down part also, and boom, here is how it is right now. Once you're done with this, right click on it, go to fill, wait for it to load up. From the color, change it down to content aware, make sure it's on 100%. Opacity, the blend mode is on normal, the color adaptation is on. Then you click on your OK. Then we're going to wait for it to load up and see what it's actually going to give us. If it's going to give us a perfect selection, or it's actually going to give us something entirely different. So let's see what it's going to give us right now. And boom, look at what it actually gives us right now. It actually gives us the same texture on the backdrop. Even someone that actually don't know that actually did the extension, you actually thought this is how wide the backdrop is. So try to confuse your enemy once in a while, don't let them know your secrets. So that being said, now let's go on a short break. See you guys in the next 1 minute. So let me use this medium to introduce my new video course to you guys. So once you just come to this area, you're going to see a link here starting from my newest video, which is this particular video I'm recording right now. But if you're not to see the link here, once you click on more, you have to see the link, which will redirect you straight to my store. Here is my first manipulation course, first video course for the year, and this is the first of all time. So trust me, you will need to get this course because it entails so many details, starting from how to set up my lights, how I do my light setup in my studio, and their cheap light setup also, my camera settings both for indoor and outdoor, basic photo editing, basic retouching, how to separate subject from backdrop, because that's the issue most people have when it comes to manipulation, and I'll teach you the tips and tricks on how to get that perfectly, how to create background from pictures, how to actually steal other photographers backdrop. Probably my backdrop, you love them and you want to remove my subject from it and actually use the backdrop for your own picture. So I'll be teaching you all that, and also advanced manipulation, and also how I do my studio color grading, especially when it comes to the manipulation aspect. And I'll be giving you guys free files also. I'll give you free files, free value, free PNG, my premium lot for just $50. And also many people have been requesting where I get my backdrop from. And also I'll be giving you guys the sites I use, the 3 major sites I use in getting my backdrop from. Both my backdrop, my PNG file, my lot file, my preset, so on and so forth. So here are the list of the files which I actually created. Here are everything. So these are the recorded videos I did. You can see I put in my very best in creating everything for you guys. So just for $50, you should be able to get all this, and also practice material, picture you actually used to practice with, and also you can post them on your IG, your Facebook, your social media platform, or social media platform, putting your logo there. So I hope you actually go and buy it right now, and also improve your picture editing skill this year. As you can see, it entails so lots more. So let's jump straight back to business. So welcome back, guys. So here is where we left off. This is where we actually expanded our background, so someone might not be able to tell if our background is this wide or we actually did an extension there. So after we're done with that, next thing for we to do is to deselect the selection right now by clicking on Ctrl or Command D. Once you're done with that, the next step is for we to do the retouching, which I'm actually not going to be doing in this video. If you want to know how I do all my retouchings, there's a video course available for that, which is my master course, first of a kind. So it entails every details, and also where and how I get my background overlay, my PNG or my files from free of charge, and also how to get it yourself whenever you deem need. So the next thing we're doing right now is to jump straight into the manipulation itself. We start from the background remover. So I'll actually remove my subject. I've actually smoothened my subject skin here. I've done the retouching right there. So now we're actually going to be starting with the manipulation itself. First thing first, for we to duplicate our subject layer, don't forget we are still on our rasterized layer, which is our background layer. So for we to do that, we just have to click on our Ctrl J. So once we're done with the Ctrl J right now, the next thing for we to do is to actually select our subjects with the chair out of the backdrop, which I've actually done. I actually did that. So By using your quick selection tool, your polygonal lasso tool, your lasso tool, you can actually do that also. If you don't know how to do that, kindly watch the rest of my videos, other of my videos. You can actually see how I do that there, or you can just purchase my master class if you are just a beginner when it comes to background remover and stuff. So next thing we'll be doing right now is just for me to load my selection. If you want to know how to do that, once you just make any selection, probably you make a circular selection. Let's make an clicker match selection like this, and you want to save this selection. You just have to do is just to go to select, under select, go to save, then name it whatever you want and save your selection. But right now I've already selected my model out of my background and I want to bring back the selection. All I just need to do right now is just to go to my select. Under my select, I'll go to load selection, then I'm going to change the channel to model. Once I click on OK, it's going to bring back the selection which I've actually made earlier on. All I just need to do right now is just to right click on it. I will go to my feather and I'm going to feather by 2 pixels. Click on my OK, then I'm going to click on max. So you might not know what you just did right now until you have to turn off your background layer and turn it back on. Then you are going to see that we actually separated our subject from the backdrop. So that's being said right now, so you'll be expecting the next step is for we to actually blow out the background, smoothen the background. We are not going to be doing that in this video because this is already a Canva backdrop, so it's already custom made, so we don't just want to tamper with anything here. We already love the way it is right now. So what we just need to do right now is just to bring in the files that we'll be using, the PNG files that we're going to use to manipulate this picture and do the color grading. Then we'll call it a day. I'll be showing you how I do all that. So with no further ado, firstly I'll just go to my file manager first. I'll go to where my files are located. I'll go to where they are located. So this is the first one I'll be using right now, which is a window effect. I'll be giving you guys also for free. You can actually use it also. So I'll drag it down to my Photoshop. As you can see right now, I'll wait for it to load up. Then I'm going to expand it to whatever area I want it to be. I want it to be around this way. I'll just have to click on my OK. Let me reduce the size a little bit. I'll click on my OK. But the issue I'm having right now is it's also affecting my subject's skin, which is what I don't like. So I'll just drag it below my subject layer, as you can see right now. Then under the opacity, I'm going to bring down the opacity a little bit, so it's going to blend in with our backdrop perfectly. I'll click on my OK and I'm going to blur it out a little bit to make it look hyper realistic. All I just need to do is just to go to my filter. Under filter, I'll go to blur. Then I'm going to click on Gaussian blur. Wait for it to load up. I'm going to use about 10 pixel. I'm going to click on my OK. So that being said, right now I don't like the way it's actually showing on the floor right now. I'm going to clean this part up by creating a mask on the PNG file I just brought in. I'll create a mask on it and I'll make sure I pick my gradient tool and I'll change the color to black. If this is on white, our gradient has to be on black. If this is on black, our gradient has to be on white. So this is on white right now. That means we need our black gradient. Then I'm going to drag it up this way, as you can see right now. So we actually cleaned that area up. So let's go back to our file manager and bring in the next item on the to-do list. So all I just need to do is just to go back to my file manager again. Then I'll go to where my PNG collections are. And I'm going to bring the second file which we'll be using right now. All these files are also available for sale in my store. You can actually go and make a purchase today and gain access to whatever things you need there. So I'll still keep looking for the one I'll be using right now. Let's keep looking for it. So this is the one we'll be using right now, this table over here. What I just need to do is to drag it down to my Photoshop. I'm going to expand it till I see fit. I'll expand it until I see that the object placement is okay. As you can see, I'm going to expand it till the object placement is okay by me. Then I'm going to drop it. Still keep expanding it. As you can see, I'm taking my possible time to do this right now. So until I see what I love, once it's actually okay by me, I'm going to click on my OK. So you can see right now, but this mirror is a little bit too bright for my liking. All I just need to do is to Ctrl M on it, and I'm going to bring it down from the middle just to darken it a little bit. Click on my OK. As you can see right now, it's blending in perfectly. But the issue I'm facing right now is it actually does not come with a shadow. So why not just create a little bit of shadow for it and see if it's actually going to work out perfectly. So we are going to click on the layer directly below this PNG layer we just brought in. Click on the layer directly below it. We create an empty new layer. Pick your polygonal axis tool. So I'm going to circle around. I'm going to make a square around it like this. So let's see if we're actually going to create a nice shadow for it. Click on my OK. So I'll right click on it. I'll go to feather. I'll feather by about 30 pixels. I'll click on my OK. I'll right click on it. I'll go to fill. Then from content away, I'll change it down to color. I'll fill it with 100% black. I'll click on my OK. Ctrl D to deselect, but this shadow is a little bit too much. I'll just have to bring down the opacity till I see if it's. Bring it down, bring it down. I'll click on my OK, which is actually nice. So you can just start your color grading from this step upward and call it a day. But I would love to add a little bit of reflection to this mirror over here to make it look hyper realistic. So to do that, we'll go back to the layer of this, which is this, turn it off to actually see if it is or not. So I'll turn it back on. Then I'm going to click on my elliptical marker tool. I'm going to scroll over it. I'll make an elliptical shape over it like this. As you can see, I will drag it to the center of it. Then Ctrl J to duplicate it. I'll have to go to my file manager and I'll pick a picture which is actually going to work perfectly for it. A picture of her turning her front. You know, the one you actually used before is the one she's turning her back. So let's just drag this down to our Photoshop. Let's drag it down to our Photoshop. So it's going to open the camera raw for us also because it's still a raw. I'll open it up. So after I'm done opening it up, wait for it to load up. Then I'll pick my pick tool, then I'll drag it to my documents like this. I'll make sure I zoom out. I'll reduce the size by clicking on Ctrl T. I'll reduce it so that it's going to fit in this circle over here. I'll still reduce it again. Once I'm done, I'll click on my OK. Then I'm going to right click on it. Then I'll create a clipping mask and boom. Perfectly, look at the way it actually fit in these shapes. So I'm just going to adjust it by clicking on it. I'll adjust it to whatever location I want it to be. Ctrl T, then I'm going to expand it a little bit. Once I'm okay with it, I'll click on my OK. But it's not still giving us the mirror vibe, and that's what we actually want. The next thing I'll be doing right now is just to bring down the opacity a little bit, so that it's going to give us the mirror vibe, and boom, which is perfect. So the next thing we'll be doing right now is to actually bring in another PNG file before we actually call this a day. I'll go back to my file manager again. I'll go to where my PNG files are located again. I have other PNGs over here. So I'm going to bring my curtain, which is like a signature of mine in the past. I'll just drag it down to my Photoshop. As you can see, wait for it to load up. Then I'm going to expand it. I will expand it till I see fit. I'll expand it till I see fit. And I'll drag it to whatever location I want it to be. I think I want it to be around this way. Okay, I'll click on my OK. And you can still drag it down a little bit also, which is perfect this way. So you can just export your picture this way, or you can bring in a PNG file or two. So let's just keep it the way it is, but I'll be giving the PNG file which is in the thumbnail of the picture. I'll be giving you the PNG file also, which is the box. So now the next thing is for we to start our color grading. The first thing I'll be doing right now is to add a little bit of vintage to my picture, which you know that's what I first do whenever I'm doing a manipulation. I'm going to click on my uppermost layer. I'll click on my elliptical marker tool, wait for it to load up. I'll hold my shift key. I'm going to circle around my subjects. I'll circle around it this way. As you can see right now, I'm going to circle around it. So I'm going to drag the circle to the center like this. Once I'm done, I will invert the selection by clicking on Ctrl, Shift and I. Once I'm done with that, I'll just have to go to my adjustment layer. I'll click on solid color. I'll make sure it's on 100% black. I'll click on my OK. That's when I'm going to click on the marks. So it's supposed to load up my property, but if it did not, you can just click your property and open it here and increase the feather. I'll be using about 600 or so for my feather, 621. Once I'm done, I'll just have to bring down the opacity a little bit. Bring it down a little bit. I think that is okay. Just have to click on my OK. So even with this, I think you have actually gotten a perfect picture. So the next thing I'll be doing right now, I'll just go to my adjustment layer again. I'll click on my color lookup. Then I'm going to click on load 3D loads. Scroll down. You all know there's a favorite lot I love using the most, which is my Mela chocolate. I'm going to click on it and boom. It gave me a low light image, but I don't like the low light image too much. So I'm going to reduce the opacity. I'll bring it down. Once I'm done, I'll still go back to my adjustment layer again. Click on my color lookup. Load 3D loads, and I'm going to pick my final loads, which is going to be perfect for my subject skin. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to pick my near brown. Click on it and it's going to load up for me. It's going to give me the purple look, which I actually love. So as you can see, let's show the before and after of our manipulation by grouping everything all together. Here is the before and here is the after. Very cool and hyper realistic at the same time. So I hope this video helps a lot. If it does, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and also turn on the notification icon. If you have any question, you can contact me. Wherever, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. See you guys on my next tutorial. So in case you're interested in getting any of my picture editing file, from my overlays down to my color lookup, which is my lot file, so you just have to scroll down to your video. So under the comment, this is my description. So it's not going to load the description for you. You just have to click on show more, click on it. So it's going to show all the options. Once it does that, just click on my store link. So here's my store link. Once you click on it, it's going to take you directly to my store. So you can actually select any file you want. From the color lookup, this is a light skin lots. This is a feather which I use in my recent video. This is 100 premium baby overlays. This is my first video course. This video course entails on how to download all the files I want. The site I use in downloading all my files free of charge, including my Photoshop panels also. This includes my PNG files. This includes all my packs, all my picture editing files, my premium overlay, my PNG, my flying fabrics, my color lookup, my presets. So once you buy this, you've already bought everything apart from this one. So here is my flying fabrics. Here is my, in case you want to give me any project for me to work on. Here's my color lookup. Here is my background overlay, and here is my preset file. So in case you're interested in buying any one, you can actually go for them. The good news there is that you can actually buy your own currency, any currency of your choice. You can buy with any currency of your choice.